It is Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. This is another edition of Baseball Today presented to you by T-Mobile. That is my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan, along for the ride as well. We're going to start off, I guess it's kind of a tip of the cap to our entire community, to be honest with you. I love going through the comments of our YouTube section. I want to give a shout out to Scott Campbell, who wrote this one. He said, just petition to change Show Homer to Shomer. All in favor. So I figure I would bring it up. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I like combining the word sure, but homers only count in the big leagues. So you shouldn't really have to distinguish a home run in the show from anyone else. I feel like, if anything, the minor league homers need to distinguish themselves and the little league homers need to distinguish themselves. And homers are just meant for the big leagues.
So then when should we use the word show? Just like, that's so show?
It's just like an added, like if we're trying to really play it up a little bit,
Okay.
People are going to not like that, what I just said, the entire thing. And I'm kind of joking. I like it. I don't know.
Well,
call them what you want.
Thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it. I do go through and read the comments section. People were somewhat startled, but also made a ton of suggestions about our squirrel tasting expedition. So that was kind of interesting. I don't think it's going to be on the menu anytime soon.
We need to look at where those were sent from, because I guarantee there's a correlation. Down south, my brothers.
Well, the Phillies are heading south in the standings. It has been a brutal start to their second half. They've now lost all 4 series as the Marlins got to them on Tuesday, 1-0, but behind Sandy Alcantara, whom we will talk about momentarily. Bryce Harper thought he had an extra base hit, but Jacob Marcy, look at this. I mean, what an incredible snag. And look at the look on Harper's face. So after the offense held in check again, Harper with some interesting post-game comments.
I mean, I think we need some help, but, I think we've proved, pretty much all year we've done a pretty good job. But, anytime you can, get some help in here and reinforcements, I think it helps.
Do you think that help would be best coming in the form of an arm or a bat?
I think both. I think obviously everybody knows what we need, so I think I've said it over the last couple of days. We need both.
You confident you'll get both?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that's a Dave question. So, we'll see.
What are you laughing at?
I love it.
So if you're in that clubhouse and your employees 22 through 26 on that roster, don't you feel like shit today?
No, because you're not producing. Like that's the reason you feel bad. You don't feel bad because your teammate wants to get better. The guy that's on his way to the Hall of Fame wants to win. You can't get mad if someone's like, yeah, we want to win. We want to be a better team. No, like you are mad because you're not producing. Which, by the way, nobody's producing. I got some stats, some July stats.
They ain't pretty. Cover your ears, Phillies fans.
Brandon Marsh. I'm going to go just the All-Stars.
Wow. Okay.
Since July 1st, 141, 221, 218 for the 439. He's driven in 2 runs, both solo homers. Kyle Schwarber in the month of September. I'd take this. Kyle Schwarber would not take this. 237, 352, 395 for the 746. He's only driven in 7 runs in the month. Bryce Harper. 165, 295, 316 for the 611. 2 homers, 9 runs driven in. Those are your 3 All-Stars, and they're not performing. You could mention Trey Turner. You could mention Alec Baum. You could go across the board like these were the guys, the All-Stars. They were the ones carrying the offense. A little bit of input from like a Derek Hill, whatever it may be, but really no one's going offensively. You could just pick a name and look at their stats, and it's like, oh man, like it ain't happening right now. So they do need help. We know the wins-loss statistic when Luzardo, Wheeler, or Sanchez is pitching, and then the win-loss statistic when everybody else is pitching. So they need that. I mean, they need some bullpen help. They need bats. Like it is a a team that's been flawed. They won a bunch of games, but it has been a flawed team. And I have no problem with Bryce calling Dave out because Dave called Bryce out. He started it. This is fine.
You started it. I'm
true. Like, hey, like if you want to, hey, you go through the media to motivate me. I'm going to go through the media to motivate your ass.
Yeah. Now, Bryce has got to pick it up. He's on pace for the third worst OPS of any month of his career. So he knows that. He just cut his hair, for God's sakes. We just got a good look at that other hair. I was like, my God, it's not very often you get to stand next to Bryce Harper and get to stare at the lusciousness of the lettuce. For him to take it down like he's getting ready for a second grade school photo, you know that he's in searching for stuff. But I dig it. I love it when guys come out and say, hey, man, go fix this. Now, here's the problem. I don't know if Dave Dombrowski can do it because, first of all, this is such a heavy seller's market, right? There could be upwards of 20 to 22 buyers out there. I don't think all of them should, but we could have that high a number. And then their minor league system is pathetic. Now, this is kind of Dave Dombrowski's MO, right? He builds up a franchise. He loves bringing in the big, high-priced, big-name talent. He's done that. And then the rest of it kind of is like, yuck. Like, are there teams that are really going to want what they've got? I don't know. And I don't know if they can win a battle to go get a right-handed stick in the outfield, to go get a back-of-the-rotation guy. I mean, heck, I heard Philly radio guys and some TV heads talking about Kevin Gossman. Do they have the ability to go out and outbid other teams for him so that he could be the fourth starter? I don't know.
I think Gossman's trade value is down right now if you look at kind of what's been going on with him. So There's that. And then, I always say this, it's organization to organization. They have guys, because they have the data on minor leaguers now, they have guys that they want. I don't think the prospect lists matter as much as they used to team. It's not like, hey, we need your number 3 guy.
Right. It's
really like, we like that guy. And we're not going to tell you why we like him, but we like that guy. So you could say that their farm system ranks poorly and you'd be correct. But again, like it just kind of beauty is in the eye of the beholder in today's game.
Well, absolutely. But it's always been that way. I mean, it only took one team to make Tim Tebow a first-round pick, right? When the Denver Broncos said, we see you as a first. You're right. So
sure.
Maybe they like Gage Wood. Maybe they feel like they've seen enough in Andrew Painter's arm where they're like, I don't care what happened to him the first 3 months of this season. But, in fact, Painter's part of the reason that they're kind of in this situation. 5-21, the Phillies are in games started by a fifth starter this year. And even Harper brought that up. He said, hey, if we win 12 to 15 of those games, we're in a totally different position. Now, every team could conceivably use whatever statistic they wanted to, create the narrative here. But I dig it. I want Bryce Harper pissed off. I want him looking and seeing that the sand is falling through the hourglass of his career. Look up an hourglass if you don't understand what it is and what it does. But you understand what I'm getting at? Like, I want him to hold people accountable, including himself. Like, he's not running away from that. Every time he talks, he says how poorly he's playing.
So 2 ways that they could go out and acquire people without having the prospect capital to do it. And you're not going to like the second one. Nobody in the Phillies is going to like the second one. Number one, you pay down salaries, you take on money, which I feel like they can do.
Okay.
Like Dave Dombrowski has no problem spending Middleton's money. He's fine with that. Ain't his. Number two, who's the biggest trade piece on their team?
On the Phillies?
Yeah.
The biggest trade piece.
It's Yohan Duran.
Yeah, that's okay. You're right.
So, I mean, look.
No.
Crazy to say, Chris, but
insane to say. You can't say that. Then you're plugging one hole over here, but you just opened up a bigger one over there.
Maybe, yeah, really? I get it. I understand that, Chris. I understand that. I'm not saying it's going to happen or should happen, but if you need, okay, Duran could fetch you a starter and probably a couple of relievers that you're like, maybe we could just mix and match. We don't have that dominant guy in the back end, but maybe we can mix and match. I'm just saying, because I don't know what else, besides paying down contracts, what else you do.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You have to get creative, but man, that is just terrifying.
I'm not saying that's going to happen. Don't clip that social team.
Yes, clip that one. I like that. That one's I want that one out in the stratosphere.
Well,
You said it. You said it. Okay. Comment section. Let's go. I mean, if there's a creative way to help this team, let me hear it. We both need to hear it. All three of us that work on this show, including one-of-a-kind producer Dan Rourke, we need to hear this.
The Twins will take back. You can take back what you gave the Twins, and we'll take Durant.
So, yes or no, do you think Dombrowski makes at least one sizable trade? And
yes.
I'm talking of, yeah, I think so too. And now that could be like a Lane Thomas to help as a right-handed hitting outfielder. They've gotten virtually zero offensive production from right field at all this year.
I mean, they've gotten zero offensive production from second base, from shortstop, from third base. So it's kind of all over the field.
It is. And it's Panicsville, man. They've got a lot of guys that are in their 30s that are tied to long-term deals. I mean, if they don't get it done, look, the last time they went through an offensive rut like this, where they played 11 games in the second half. In 6 of them, they've scored 1 run or fewer. That's horrible. 2 shutouts, 4 one-run games. I'm old enough to remember the last time they struggled like this, and it was April, and it cost Rob Thompson his job. We can't do that. What are we going to get rid of the interim? Nope. It's not going to be your answer to help in October, so help us find it. We've given a few suggestions. Johan Duran, I like it.
No,
like
stop. I'm just talking.
I know you're just talking. That was funny, though. Gossman and Varsho, I heard that one from Toronto. Be interesting. We'll see. Today's episode of Baseball Today is sponsored by Gusto. Probably one thing on every business owner's to-do list that gets pushed to next week every single week. For most people, it's payroll. So Gusto is here to fix that. Gusto is online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. It's all in one. It's remote friendly. It's incredibly easy to use. So you can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere. Automatic federal, state, and local tax filing as well. Built-in tools for offer letters, onboarding documents, direct deposit. It's all automated. It works in all 50 states. So try Gusto today at gusto.com/today. Get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That is 3 months of free payroll. Gusto.com/today. One more time. Gusto.com/today. All right. So the Phillies fell last night because Sandy Alcantara was on the other end. He frustrated the Phils. 7 shutout innings. The big question is, was it the final start for the Marlins man in Miami? He, of course, has been the subject of trade rumors pretty much the last 2 seasons. Here is the former Cy Young Award winner.
I play for the Marlins, so I don't have much to say about if I'm going to get traded or not. So I'm always blessed to be here every day, so...
All right, so bigger mistake for Peter Bendix to trade Sandy or to hang on to him?
I think it's with the upcoming CBA, this is when trades like this get tricky. He has a $21 million team option for next year. I do think that the qualifying offer is going to go away. So I think they're obviously a better team with Sandy, and they've shown they can compete in the NL this year, going into next year as well. So I think it's a bigger mistake to trade him just because I like guys staying with their team. With that being said, if you keep him, you want to keep him for next year as well. And then if you're in the race again, this could be end up being a situation where you don't get anything for Sandy. That sounds bad, but they've had him on a pretty team-friendly deal for a long time, so I feel like they've extracted the value. And I've said this before on the show, Chris, I just think it's like, if you've shown you can win, you should try to win. And he's going to give him the best chance to win. So I think it'd be a bigger mistake to trade him.
Nope. Sandy did his job. The last 11 starts, ERA under 3. He leads baseball in innings pitched, so he has shown that he is healthy. He leads baseball in quality starts. Teams will be salivating to get their mitts on a guy. $21 million for next year. And God, look, if you want to just buy him out, that's just $2 million. I don't know why in the world you would want to do that, but that's the way it's going to roll. So I'll tell you this. I think that it works out perfectly right now for Peter Bendix. Sandy has set this up on a tee for him. How many teams do you think would be willing to? Heck, there's 2 teams in his division right now that would love to have Sandy.
You can say that about any good pitcher, of course. Like, they're valuable. Starting pitchers are valuable, but that means if they're valuable to other teams, they're valuable to you too.
Do you think the Marlins are going to win the World Series?
I don't, but that doesn't mean anything. Do I think they can make the playoffs? Yes, I do.
What? Do you know how many fans showed up last night?
Chris, this step 1 in getting fans back is making the playoffs consistently.
Sandy Alcantara has been there for 6 or 7 years. This isn't.
They've built a team around him.
How many people would show up at the Sandy Alcantara trade protest march that they're going to have in Miami? 7?
It has nothing to do with it, Chris. It has nothing to do with it. You want to have competitive teams year in and year out. Okay, Sandy keeps you competitive next year as well. Like, you can trade him and say, okay, well, the prospects are going to keep us competitive. I don't know, man. Like, this is it's been a calling card of his to go deep into games, saves your bullpen, leader in the clubhouse. Like, I just don't think. I feel like you've gotten so much value out of that 5-year, $56 million contract from him. You don't need to go extract any more. Like, keep him on your team and have him help your team.
Now, Craig Mish, who follows, he's around the team every day, right? We see him on TV. He writes all sorts of stuff. He said, don't stop even having this discussion. Like, ownership is not going to allow this. It's not going to happen. But until we get past Monday, people could say, well, don't even talk about it. Well, we've seen weirder stuff happen. And actually, Dan just sent this to us in our chat that per The Athletic, the Marlins are willing to listen on potential offers for Otto Lopez, Edwards, Hicks, and Hernandez.
I'm willing to listen on a lot of things, Chris. I am sick of this listening things. Like, I can say that about literally any person in the big leagues. I'm willing to listen.
Virtually everybody, minus the no trade.
You'll listen on them too, because then you'll be like, hey, well, can you waive it? You'll listen on everybody.
You're right. Okay, you're right.
So I'm out on stuff like that. Look, I understand if you're like, Sandy's been injured. He's put together a great, since June, he's been really, really good. And, he looks healthy. His teams are going to want him. And can we get prospect capital back? Sure. I get that. But I just think I'd rather have him on my team than whatever prospect package I'm going to get for him. Now, if someone comes and just blows you away, sure. Yeah. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
I'm telling you, I don't think there's going to be that many difference makers available. Would you rather have Sandy or Robbie Ray? It's not even a question. Both these guys are former Cy Young Award winners. It's not close.
Robbie Ray's pitching great right now. Stop. By the way, he is. I have a team that I'm sending him to on the next episode of Talking Baseball. Can't wait for you to listen to it.
Okay, I will.
Great. And I think for the price, I'd rather have Robbie Ray. He's an expiring deal.
Okay.
Gonna cost less. Big swing and miss guy.
All right. Maybe. I think that Peter Bendix has played this well, that Sandy has shown that he's healthy and effective, and this is the time. Last year, remember at the beginning of the 2025 season, we saw him in spring training. Everybody's like, we just wanted to see him healthy. And then all of a sudden the Mets fans were like, let's go get that guy. It was during spring training of 2025. So we've been talking about this the better part of 18 months.
And he's still there.
and he's still there.
He's
and
still
that's
there.
why
I'm trying to find our freaking trade thing again.
our trade episode.
All right, got it. All right,
I
here
don't
we
think-
go.
I don't think-
Who had Sandy?
Nobody, I don't think. Oh, somebody did. Yeah.
I'm not seeing him.
Really?
No.
So we didn't have Scooble nor Sandy going anywhere?
No one took Sandy. You took Antonio Sensatella, but not Sandy.
Well, Antonio Sensatella is going to get traded.
You also put Ty France onto the Marlins, which I like.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen now. Everybody at the Padres, 2 of my Padres picks are off limits now. I thought they were just going to hit the clunker. But then I didn't know that Colorado was going to I should have known this. God, Colorado. Our girl Kelsey, she needs to get hazard pay. I watched that game last night. Hang with them. That's all I can tell you. All right, this episode sponsored by Samuel Adams. This summer, America turned 250, and nobody was more ready to raise a glass than the beer named after a founding father himself, Samuel Adams. From a man who helped spark a revolution to the brand that's been brewing independence since 1984, Sam Adams leading the celebration all summer long. Crack open a summer ale. It's that crisp, citrusy wheat ale with a bright lemon finish. It tastes like the 4th of July in a glass. Or you can grab the limited edition Star Spangled Variety Pack, loaded with summer ale, porch rocker, American Light, and fan favorite blueberry lager. Look for their retro-inspired packaging in a store near you because it isn't just another summer. It was America's 250th. So join the rally. Raise a Sam. For the founders, for the flavor, for 250 years of independence. Cheers to 250, America. This Sam's for you. Samuel Adams, Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. SamuelAdams.com. Savor the flavor responsibly. All right. A's took care of the Red Sox by a run in Sacramento on Tuesday night. Boston suffered yet another loss earlier in the day. Their new acquisition, Curtis Mead, remember he got plunked Monday, his first game and second at bat as a Red Sox. Initially, x-rays were negative. That was a good thing. Like, we dodged a bullet is what they said. Tuesday's MRI, however, showed a fractured wrist, so it's going to be a while for the Aussie.
Yeah, challenging. Super disappointing. It kind of doesn't feel real that it's first game and, there'll be a break in between the next one. Flying back tonight to meet with the Boston hand specialist tomorrow, so hopefully, I don't know kind of the nuts and bolts of it, but should find all of that out hopefully in the next coming days.
In your mind, you're going to play again this season?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah.
Let's start with this. That is a shiny-ass dome, brother. He has got that. You think he treats it like a bowling ball and he just towels that? Because that is tight. He might be Aussie. He might take the knife. He might do like the old Serrano in Major League and just clean that thing.
This is where your head goes, huh? This is.
Hold on, Dan. Put that photo up there again. That's not impressive to you?
I want to see it. I mean, I guess. Are bald heads impressive to me? Jay Buhner, nice bald head.
Yeah, I think when it's that tight. Dan, what'd you do with it? Are you asleep at the wheel? What's going on? Dan, are you still with us? Oh my God.
We should probably check if Dan is still with us.
Holy, Dan, are you here? Seriously? Hold on. Dan, people can't hear this. So we asked Dan to put up the Curtis Mead video again so we could talk about his bald head. And he didn't put it up. And so I asked Dan, are you okay? No response. Just freeze. You had to bust somebody. Who's here? Who's at the... And so he said he had to go get the doorbell. Who's at home? The Amazon guy was slamming at the door. Well, if it's Amazon, that's okay. Okay. So what do you think, Plouffe? It's pretty tight.
Look, yeah, he's doing a good job keeping that thing. It's got a good shape. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. With a shaved head, like you got to have a good round dome, and he does.
How would you do head shaved?
I haven't done it a ton. I have shaved my head, not all the way like that, but down. In 2012, before I went on my miraculous run that everyone knows about because I talk about it so much, I had long locks, and I shaved them off. Anthony Swarzak actually shaved him in the clubhouse for me.
The
I
reliever.
looked okay. I have a small head, so it doesn't look great.
Yeah. You do. You kind of got a peanut head, but it's good. It's like it's a good looking head.
Relative to my body, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, no. Okay. I don't think I would do great. I got to be honest with you.
oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Keep the hair, Chris.
I'm trying to hang on to it as long as I can, brother. Now let's talk about Mead. First of all, I feel terribly for the guy. Like the guy's been through a crazy run the last 6 months, DFA'd by the White Sox, rejuvenated in Washington, has an amazing first half. He's with the highest run scoring team in baseball. And then all of a sudden, poof, he ends up in Boston. And well, it's a great place to play. They've been the hottest team in the game the last 6 weeks. All of a sudden he doesn't get to play no more. So I feel terribly for him.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, what did you say what they've put out there, the timetable?
No, he didn't know. He said he's going to see the hand specialist, and then they're really going to put a true timetable.
Why do we even do x-rays anymore, by the way? X-rays never pick up a damn thing. It's always like, oh, we're fine. Then, oh, go to the MRI. The same thing happened with my rib. Did an x-ray. Nothing happened. Okay, go to the MRI. Well, it's broken.
Yeah, can't we just cut out the middleman?
I feel like we just need to get better x-ray machines that pick up like fractures. Like I guess they don't. They're just not strong enough. So x-ray machines like step it up. That's my takeaway here.
Look at that one. You see how the bat just slingshotted out of his hands?
He's got pads everywhere on that leading arm, but it just missed it.
Yeah. God, that sucks. And then he has to take the long walk of shame because they're in the A's minor league ballpark all the way to center field. Can't even just dig down the tunnel. All right. So now the question is, does Craig Breslow go out and try and get a bat? Because they picked him up because they needed it.
I mean, you can try. I mean, they were still trying for more infield help. The rumors are they're looking for a shortstop.
Right.
And there's been a bunch of names floated out there. I don't know how truly available a lot of these guys are. I think a Luis Arise is not a shortstop, but he could make sense there because Mead was playing second base. So you can just put Luis Arise at second base, keep your kind of Monasterio, whatever situation at shortstop. He's been pretty good. Or you can go out and try to get a guy like a Zach Neto, who I think would be fantastic in Boston. I just don't know, if they have what it takes to pull the trigger on another big trade. I mean, they traded away from their surplus, and now it's like, okay, is it one of your outfielders that has to go over there? And is that what teams even want? So it'll be interesting. I think they do try, but I'm not sure that it gets done.
Yeah, I think they're going to work hard on it. Boy, have their infield injuries this year just been a flat-out disaster, right? It started with Story and then IKF and then Meyer just as well. But somehow they've survived all this, and they've gone 23-5 in their last 28. I think that they have to try. I think they have to, and it's such a bummer. And that's not, look, we were all killing Breslow. All of us were. There were, you couldn't find, I bet you he was getting crushed in his own house. Pops walks out the door, and the kids and the wife are probably like, what's he doing? Like, really? This is who we're living with? I'm kidding, by the way. I'm just joking. But point taken is that you would have a hard time in April, May, and early June finding anybody that was going to ride on the Craig Breslow float. And now, look, it's worked. It's worked. And he's got a little more work to do.
They got a guy that one of their top prospects, Franklin Arias, who I believe is in AAA now. He's played some games. I don't know if he's there now or just spent a little bit of time, but in AA, he spent most of the season. He's got almost a one daughter as a 20-year-old there. So like there's, people, I feel like a lot of people always forget about internal upgrades, like from your farm system, guys that are doing well, bringing them up. We're always like, okay, this big leaguer, this big leaguer. Like sometimes you can get a jolt of life from your organization, and you need that. Good teams do that.
But at the beginning of last season, wasn't it the triumvirate of Anthony, Meyer, and Campbell? Like, wasn't that supposed to be the positional group that was going to grow up together? And
it surely does not always work out that way. Yes, I understand. But
in fact, it wouldn't surprise me if Anthony's the only one that ends up being a part of this group moving forward. I think it's going to take convincing by other teams to say, yeah, we'll take a chance on some of these young guys that haven't quite gotten it done at the major league level. And let's remember, Campbell's got, an 8-year contract already and can't stick in the big leagues. And Meyer has been banged up and has been inefficient when he has been in the lineup. So it might take a little bit of that in addition to other pieces to get it going. But I don't think Breslow can stop. He's got to exhaust every opportunity and avenue and dig out under every rock. Boston fans can tell us if there is some other play that you'd like to see, right? Catcher and shortstop seem to be the sore spots on this team, I think. Well, I saw Connor Wong have a nice game the other night.
That's really tough. I mean, catchers and shortstops are two of the toughest positions to pry from teams.
Yeah. I mean, good luck. Good freaking luck. Time right now, Pack in the Park, where we look at players and storylines that are getting fans into the stadiums, brought to you by SeatGeek. So here's the deal. In Ohio, they got rained out, Reds and Guardians on Monday night, so they had to play 2. Cleveland took a wild game 1. And then nightcap, they're getting shut out. Bullpen game for the Reds. Here comes your buddy Emilio Pagan in the 9th. Guardians have the tying run at the plate with 2 outs. Here we go.
Driven to right center. At the wall. Caught! Dane Myers! A spectacular grab to deny a big fly. And the Reds shut out Cleveland 2-0.
Upon further review, it was not going to be a game-tying home run, but it is a great run-into-the-wall catch to finish the game because Halpin, with his speed, could have been on third. Pretty good catch to end it. Pretty pissed me off, even though I was at dinner with Brady and we were having a wonderful time.
Yeah, I hated that. I hated seeing that.
Oh, shut your mouth. You got to walk
baby.
off.
Yeah, Dane Myers. Let's
You
go.
got to walk off.
Royce Lewis. That was a huge. I'm actually mad there was no Twins questions here because Royce Lewis down to our last out.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, man. Great catch. The clip that you sent was awesome because it was a tweet by somebody that had Reds TV, Reds radio call, Guardians TV, Guardians radio call. Yeah. So you just heard everybody going through like the different types of emotions. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was a fantastic, fantastic catch. No question. Same game, Cleveland starter Gavin Williams posted his 4th straight game with double-digit strikeouts and no more than 1 walk. Only Chris Sale back in 2018 has a longer stretch since 1900. You've seen Gavin Williams pitch in person. Should he be getting more pub?
Yeah. Oh, dude. And you talk to guys that face him, they're like, this is almost not fair sometimes, to be able to pick up the ball. His arm action is so good on all his pitches. The swing decisions come so late, I guess you could say, or early, depending on how you look at it. And yeah, he's dominant, man. We've talked about him a lot. Mm-hmm. I've said this many times on this show this year, like how I think this is one of the better rotations I've seen from Cleveland. This guy leading the way. He's as dominant as it gets. Like his A game, there's not too many guys I take above him.
That's the thing. It's the consistency with him. In his first few years, it was the massive number of walks, and he has somewhat curtailed that now. But you do see his stuff, and you wonder how people do hit him because he'll blow up occasionally. He'll give up like a 3 homers in a game, and you're like, how does that happen?
He's got that fastball that has to either be down in the zone or it has to be above, by the letters. Joe Ryan goes through the same thing. Like when his fastball is just top of the zone to middle, like they can get hit.
Okay. Yeah, he's fun to watch. And yes, I got the first. Obviously, I'm on a family text chain with my 2 brothers and one of my nephews. And one of my brothers last night said, when is he a free agent again? I said, yeah, that's coming. The trade of Gavin Williams, I've already marked it down in my little Guardians journal where I sit and cry in the corner because I can't deal with it.
When is he a free agent? 2030.
Yeah.
I mean, relax a little bit. Jeez.
Enjoy it. I was off.
He's not even he's making league minimum this year.
Yeah, but he's a Boris client, so the clock is always ticking in Cleveland. Yordan Alvarez has already been traded once from the Dodgers to the Astros, and boy, oh boy, He makes such an impression. I don't know if people forget about seeing his home run last night in Anaheim. Did you hear it?
Yordan Alvarez crushes one high and deep. Forget about it.
Okay. Dan did a nice job here putting the tape together. I want you to listen clearly again to this. Am I wrong? Did that sound different?
I mean, he blasted that pitch. That is an absolute meatball to Yordan Alvarez right there. What is that, 90? I can't even see. Is it 93, 94 middle in?
96 middle in.
Okay, maybe it's not that big of a meatball. It looks like it to him. He made it look like a meatball.
But, you know, the great hitters, they always say you can hear it before you see it, right? You don't buy that?
I mean, sure. I mean, sometimes. It's all kind of like what stadium you're at, who's in the stands, where you catch the ball. Like I'd rather see it than hear it.
That was pretty impressive. I liked it. Diamondbacks win in Pittsburgh in extras, but Arizona was, I cannot believe this, 3 for 27 with runners in scoring position. Is that shocking, or does that not move the needle at all?
It's a lot of opportunity, that's for damn sure, and not coming up much. But they haven't been good with runners in scoring position all year. On the year, my Twins, by the way, I know this stat because I'm a Twins fan. They're the best with runners in scoring position in the big leagues by far. Diamondbacks 19th in OPS, and I believe even lower than that in average with runners in scoring position. So it's been a season-long problem for them.
Our buddy Dalton Feely texted me last night. He said, Rose, did you get a chance to watch any? And I said, yeah. And then he gave me that stat, and I was like, whoa, that is pretty incredible. Now, obviously, it was a little skewed because they went several extra innings, and you start with a runner in scoring position. So if you put a couple of goose eggs up there in extras, that number is going to get skewed. But still, 3 for 27 was pretty alarming. Speaking of alarming, Shane Bieber, he walked 6 in the first inning. That included 3 with the bases loaded before being pulled. Have you ever seen anything like that?
I don't know about 6. And when you're playing defense behind a guy like that, you feel bad, but also you're like, come on, man.
He said it was hot and sweltery, and he couldn't get a good grip on the baseball. I mean, he didn't run from it, but he said, I just couldn't. And I suppose that happens. And you could see all of his breaking stuff is all over the place. Just non-competitive.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to watch.
Last guy who did that, I believe, with that few, let's see, Bieber's the 11th pitcher in Major League history to walk at least 6 while recording 2 outs or less. And the first to do it since my buddy Ryan Dempster 25 years ago for the Marlins. Interesting. Now, apparently, Hall of Famers Bob Feller and Christy Mathewson also did it. Okay. 6 and 8, like that. Bieber,
do you know who's 29th and 30th in OPS with runners in scoring position?
Who?
Guardians 29th. Kansas City Royals 30th.
Excellent. Keep it going. Bieber threw 42 pitches, 15 strikes. That ain't going to get it done.
Ooh.
Garrett Cole got it done last night. He's pitching very, very well for the New York Yankees. So we got that. But how about this? Pop up in the middle of the diamond, and he goes and gets it, and Austin Wells stepped on his foot, and Cole bobbled it and still caught it, and then did the pass interference, like, you interfered with me. There it is. That's adorable, isn't it?
I like it. He called for that ball, like he waved everybody off, but he was not even close to it. He's like, you do this when you're camped, and he wasn't camped.
Do you think that more pitchers should catch pop-ups?
No.
I want to start the
I'll
campaign.
tell you why.
Yeah.
Well, next time you're in the dugout, going down Dodger Stadium or something, when you find a pitcher, ask to like put his glove on or see if he can they have the worst gloves. They don't know how to break them in. They're so bad. They're just for looks. They're for looks. They don't catch. They don't use them for catch. Yeah.
Who is the best, most athletic pitcher you ever played with? Best athlete.
Oh, that's a good one. Sheesh. You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
All right. Well, I'll go on, and then you can come circle back.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Max Muncy, congratulations. Big homer, even though the Mariners ended up winning in Los Angeles. Tied Eric Karros, most homers in Dodger Stadium history. Does that do anything for you?
I love Max Muncy. So, yeah, it does. I mean, I on the red carpet, I said, you're an LA legend, man. I'm happy for him. I have another stat that I got from Mike Petriello.
Mm-hmm.
This is messed up. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has 25 games before he goes an entire 162 without hitting a homer at his home park.
Oh, yeah.
And then he put 2 different Max Muncies have hit homers at Toronto before the last time that Vladdy's hit one.
No. Oh, God.
So shout out Mike for that stat, because that is that's something else right there. And then Vladdy came out of the game last night.
Yeah, I know. All right, so Max Muncy, just to circle back, recent guest on Dugout Discussions. Really an amazing story. I mean, he was basically on the couch and had quit baseball, and then comes back and he ties Karros. Now, that's not like a stadium that opened in 2002. It opened in 1962. There have been some amazing baseball players that have played there. And very soon he's going to have the second most homers in LA Dodgers history, right? There's guys that have more. Gil Hodges, we're talking about going back to Brooklyn and stuff like that. But LA Dodgers history. Karros leads it, and then it's Muncy. And Karros got to call it last night, so that was kind of cool.
Do you know who the A's brought in when they DFA'd Max Muncy?
Not you.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. But it was a guy that we talked to at the All-Star game.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
Does he still play?
He was on your team.
He was on my team?
Mm-hmm. Hit a big homer for you guys.
Hit a big homer. Lane Thomas didn't play out there.
Raja Davis.
Raja. Oh, my God.
Yeah. The 2017 A's had some freaking aura. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, we didn't talk to Lane Thomas at the All-Star game.
We did not, no.
Okay. Interesting. Good stuff. This episode sponsored by SeatGeek. Covering baseball every day means July is nonstop. Baseball, trade deadline, NFL training camps just starting. So if you want to actually be there for any of it, you need SeatGeek. Over 35 million downloads. SeatGeek's the #1 rated ticketing app. Over 70,000 events across sports, concerts, and festivals. MLB's official ticket marketplace. Every baseball ticket fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled. Also, they're always looking out for you and your wallet. They color code the seats to tell you whether or not it's a great deal. Green dot, thumbs up, ready to go. Red, thumbs down, stay away. Now, you might look at the seating chart and see a red dot for a seat behind the dugout and say, how in the world is that a bad seat? The seat might not be bad. The deal is bad. Keep looking. And, of course, got a code for you guys as well. Baseball 2026, 10% off your next set of MLB tickets at SeatGeek. 10% off any MLB tickets with the promo code Baseball 2026. Click the link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. And thank you once again to SeatGeek. All right, before we get out of here, Kike Hernandez activated on Tuesday after missing 9 weeks. He had that strained oblique earlier this year. Remember, he was almost in tears in the dugout. Well, they talked to Kike. He told David Vassay, who covers the Dodgers on their radio and TV networks, about the injury. And, of course, he pretty much tells it like it is.
The worst part was probably sneezing. Coughing was uncomfortable. Sneezing was tough. Lucky for me, my body protected me. I didn't poop for like 6 days after I got hurt. So,
a little too much, or do you appreciate the honesty?
I mean, it's Kike, man. That's he's telling the truth. If anyone's had an oblique, you understand. Like it's in the middle of your body, and every time you move, you feel it. Yeah, coughing, sneezing. It makes me have chills thinking about that because it hurts so bad. You just can't avoid it. The poop thing's interesting. I don't really remember that being. If you got to push it out, then yeah, then it hurts. If you're a well-oiled machine and it just kind of, you got the squatty potty, which I recommend everyone get.
Oh, we're back to the squatty potty.
Yeah. Did you get one yet?
No, I haven't. I think I need to.
I'll just send one to you. Come on, Chris. Get with the 21st century here, bro. But yeah, I could see that. Like pushing it out. Oof.
You know what? I'm going to Dodger Stadium tomorrow. I will ask Kike if he got a squatty potty.
Okay.
I'll say the Plouffe suggested it. So the next time he strains his oblique, you'll have it on standby. And then I'll ask him.
Just have him in the clubhouse in general.
I still don't understand the whole deal.
They still have him in Target Field from when I bought them. That's how good they are. They've lasted that long.
Come on, Twins management. I mean, I know we're cutting budget, but can we get some new squatty potties?
They might be new ones, but they've withstood the test of many generations of players coming through. And they're like, okay, this works. The first time you use it, you'll be shocked.
You're quite the shit stirrer, aren't you?
I should be the salesman for them.
What year did you buy the squatty potties?
For the Twins?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably 2015 or 16.
Please tell me that's not your lasting legacy with that franchise.
I'm going to be a Twins Hall of Famer. You just wait and see.
Is that going to be put on the plaque?
I'm going to wear that sweet blue jacket they get for all of my contributions to the Twins territory.
Squatty potty legend, Trevor Plouffe.
Just wait.
All right, we're back at it again tomorrow, and we cannot wait. Maybe Dan Rourke won't have his doorbell rung during the show, but I can't make the promise. For our one-of-a-kind producer, Dan Rourke, the Squatty Potty King, Trevor Plouffe, I am Chris Rose. We will see you Thursday on Baseball Today, presented to you by T-Mobile.